All right, guys. Hope you can kind of see what's going on here a little bit. I mean, nobody's here yet, so I'm talking to myself. But some of you may watch the replay later. I'm a minute or two late here because dang. There we go. Boy, my hands are just not working right now. Okay. Now let's clean up a little bit more. What do you say? What do you say? What do you say? All right. There's that. Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going? So I kind of it's kind of a minute or two late here because I was waiting for Eric over at Rockin' H. He was doing a live video, and I did not want to step on his toes because he's a buddy of mine. So this camera, this front camera, it's got a little bit of a haze to it, don't you think, guys? Does it look like that to you? Sure looks like that to me. Huh. I just put on a new screen protector, and I'm wondering if that's got something to do with it. That's weird. Let's I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna switch this camera around. Hey. Now here's the tricky part. Is there we go. Haze be gone. That's better. That's way better. All right, I'm gonna try it. The downside to that is this camera, you gotta come in a little closer. My Workbench, as you can see, complete and total nightmare right now. But for good reason. 3 weekends left to my first toy show. Actually 4, but one of those weekends is St. Louis. And there will be zero building going on that weekend, as I'll be down there taking in the festivities, having a good time. Catching up with my buddies that I only get to see once a year. Hopefully meeting some of you guys. Last year I met quite a few For the Love of Tractor fans down there. That was a really good time. That was so much fun. So anyway, all right. From Ontario, Canada. Woo! How's it up there? I bet it's cold up there. What tractor is that orange one? So it's technically red. This is a Steiger Bearcat, and it's painted up red. So I don't know that there's a real one of these, to be honest with you, but I just thought it would look cool. And except for my decals just a tiny bit off center there, but I think it looks cool, right? So I just finished screwing this hood down here. I had it just sitting on there until now, and then I screwed it back, and then of course I dropped it, so I chipped it. So I've got to touch up that paint a little bit, but that's not a big deal. Anyway, this these were like not big horsepower 4-wheel drives, but at the time they were definitely a big tractor. And I don't know. So I don't know if you guys have seen it or not. I did obviously repaint, added handrails all the way around it, and then I put a more realistic hitch back here. So I just thought that would be pretty cool. Oh, hey, thanks, Jeff. By the way, speaking of Steigers that look great, look what's all out of the paint booth here. This is heading towards Indiana in the next week or so. Just got to put it together, and if I can get to it, I'm gonna start in this video. So anyway, oh, the orange one next to the camera. That's a co-op. So that's also a Steiger. This is made by Ertl. You can get these for like $20, maybe less than that actually. I don't remember what they're going for. But yeah, relatively inexpensive. Yeah, BB, that Ram work truck was cool as heck. That was cool. Good video there for sure. So I don't know. Projects for today. Kind of want to tear this puppy apart. Just gonna do kind of my basic handrail detail kit on it, put a good hitch on it, and then we're gonna get some real tires on here instead of these Ertls, and we'll just see how that turns out for now. So like I said, three working weekends till the show, technically 4 weekends, and my weekdays have been busy, week nights I guess. So I haven't got a lot of building done in the last week, and it's kind of starting to wear on me a little bit. So, David, I am going to the Mark Twain Toy Show um, in Quincy, Illinois. So, oh, nice. Yeah, I'm telling you, Nathan, you get that Steiger disc done. Just send it. Just send it over this way. I want that thing. Okay. While we're talking Steigers, so I'm 3D printing a Series 3 Tiger, and I drew it all out. Finished the drawing last night, actually, and there you go. Yeah, thanks, Jeff. Yeah, I could use that Steiger paint. I think I got about a half a can left, but yeah, I'll take that for sure. And I'm always excited about getting new tractors. So yeah, farming. I did see your video. I thought that was great. I really appreciated that. So here's the next part of the Series 3 Steiger, and this needs cleaned up a ton. This was actually just a test print. On the final print, I printed handrails as well as some steps on each side because that's more realistic. And then I also did a hydraulic box back here, and that is printing right now. And unfortunately, it's about an 8-hour print, so it's going to be a while before we see the results of that. But oh, the Gleaner R52, those are so cool. Yeah, so Tad, I'm going to St. Louis. I will not be selling at St. Louis, although if I have something that you want, I can meet you. I can bring it and meet you for sure. I'm just kind of going to St. Louis. Um, I mean, there's definitely going to be some business going on there, but mainly just to have a good time, meet up with some people. I've got a few interviews set up with some, I don't know, let's call them movers and shakers in the industry. Um, just trying to get more information out to people and things like that. I'm participating in a roundtable discussion on the future of farm toys and things like that. And that is on Friday evening at let's see, it's at 6, I believe, is when we're gonna shoot for. Um, which is all right. I know most of those guys come in on Thursday, but I do not have that luxury, nor do I have that budget, and so unfortunately, uh, it's like it's going to be like 5:45 when I'm rolling in to Westport there in St. Louis for that that roundtable discussion. So, but that's the way it goes. Are the C60 kits? Yeah, on the website. Definitely have C60 kits available. I've got several printed up ahead. I painted a few silver. If you want a silver one, just I don't know, leave a note or something. Say you want silver, I can put one of those silver kit in the package. I've got the like standard resin printer off my printer, and then I just got a big load in from FactFox because to print in bulk, that's really the way to go. And so anyway, yeah, got those in, and so yeah, I'm well ahead on C60 kits, thankfully. But yeah, just check out the website for theloveoftractors.com. 9R kits I'm putting on the website tonight, I hope. And I say I hope because I have one more thing to test print on them. Here, let me show you. Let me get a sip of water first. Oh, that's good stuff. I got this nifty reusable water bottle. Super pumped about that because I hate using plastic bottles that you only use once. So here's like the the kind of the meat and potatoes of the 9R kits, and then also dang it, can't get a grip on them. Got mirrors for those. And here we go. Maybe. And then these are rear weights for those. So far, that's what I've got as far as 9R kits go. I have not done front weights yet, and I haven't done handrails. And the reason being is those are already available, so I'm a little bit skeptical on if I should do those or not, because I don't really want to step on the guy's toes. I mean, if they weren't done by guys I didn't respect greatly, I probably wouldn't worry about it too much. But Hector, HMM Fabrications on Shapeways, I respect him greatly. And then the front weights I get from Matt Cassidy at Circle C Farm Toys, and I mean he's just another guy that huge respect for. So I just don't want to get into what they're doing. I do have mirrors with a beacon on them, yeah. So those look like this. If I can get my big fat hand out of the way. There you go. So, yeah. So, if you want mirrors with a beacon, we can do those for sure. Am I getting the Case 75th set? I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know, maybe. Have I ever built an Agco Star? I have. I'll try to post pictures later of that. Because I do not have them unpacked yet. But yeah, I did a 3 set Agco Star set. I did one in Massey Red, one in Alice Chalmer Orange, and then one in the standard Agco Silver. And then I kind of detailed them out, put an interior in the cab and all that stuff. Actually, kind of interesting. Here's a cab to one I have tore apart right now. Actually, the cab top anyway. Put some lights on it, whatever. These were in my parts bin, so that's why they're separate from the actual Agco. There's the that I replaced the entire exhaust and intake system on those when I redid them, and then I did one for my buddy Willie Beer, who has a really unique Agco Star, and he's posted pictures and he's tagged me in them on Facebook, so you might be able to find them somehow. But it's pretty cool. Anyway, how do you put a steerable front end on a tractor? So I'm going to try to do a video this week on that. It's super easy though. Here, let me just grab this. So basically you have to cut the old Erdl out. So you just take your Dremel, or you can take a jeweler's saw, whatever, cut that old Erdl out, and then if you're using my kit, but you know, all the other kits are the same way too, these basically just slide back up into the holes. You might have to put a little super glue on them to hold them, but then there you go, got a steerable front end kit. So super easy to do. I don't know what I'm doing with that white tractor. It's something. Like, it's sitting here, and every time I see it, I want to do something to it, but I don't know what just yet. So we'll see. I'm halfway debating on making a really nice detailed front end, steerable front end kit for these, but the problem is, to make it realistic looking, they would be so delicate. I'm pretty sure in resin they would break pretty often. Because I would like one for these, and then I would like one for the Mini Mo's too, and the Olivers and whatever that Greenlight just brought out. But I'll probably do that. We'll see. Yeah, what Carson said there. Some nice hot water. You can usually scrape it off with like a hobby knife. Just be careful not to get your paint. If you get haze, like if you have that white haze, you can take Vaseline and a Q-tip. You can rub on that white haze, and that will take care of it. All right, what did I miss here? Oh, I think I caught up. Yeah, so what I'm working on now is, this is a Kraus 44-foot disc. I got to put the gangs on it, and then I still have to paint and assemble the undercarriage, and that's the hardest job by far. That's the most time-consuming. But I'm trying to get, I don't know, some of these done before the Quincy, Illinois show, and then I never know which disc gangs go where until, there we go. That's where those go. So this needs to go here. Sort of. Perfect. Okay. Did I tell you guys I'm officially old? I have to have reading glasses now. It stinks big time. Because what really stinks is if you're using your reading glasses like I am right now to assemble a toy, and then you want to look up and, like, say, grab parts out of your drawer, I get instantly nauseated. I don't know if it's just because I've never worn glasses before and I'm getting used to it, or what, but I really I can't hang on to anything today. I really recommend not getting old if you can keep from it, which of course you can't. That's how it works. Nobody gets out of here alive. Let's see here. Let's put a dab on there and let that run. Same thing there. There we go. One down, several to go. Ooh, that missed a little paint there. I might have to touch that up. So this guy is going to go here. I think I got my wing placement a little odd. I might have to adjust that, but I'm going to wait until I get all these on. I just, for now, I just stuck some straight pins in my hinges just to hold the wings together so I can kind of see what my alignment needs to be. Because there's a little bit of adjustment, even though these are 3D printed and drawn pretty exact. There's still some work to be done. You still got to be a little bit of a builder, even with the 3D printed stuff. I know everybody thinks, oh, that's the wrong side. That's why that's not right. Okay. Shoot. Wait, no, it's not. That's the right one. Isn't it? Nope. That's the right one. I don't even know how to put together my own kits. That's bad. I freaking design the thing. Anyway, I'm gonna do a little work, and then I'm going to kind of go back and try to answer some questions because, like I said, I got to kind of get some work done. Make a video building a 164 scale shed. You know what? I am not a shed builder. I'm sorry. There are guys that are just infinitely better than me at that. I've been trying. You know, I might do one. I might do one putting together one of Nate's kits, Nate Farm Toys, because he sent me a kit, and it's going on a part of Dogtown that I haven't even started working on yet. But I need to build that shed, so I might do something like that. We'll see. If I do, it'll definitely be after the Quincy show. Where should I buy a DCP semi? Heck, I don't know. I usually get mine at toy shows because I don't know. I'm not really. I mean, I know there's dealers out there, but I don't really know them. And I mean, that's not like a big deal, but eBay maybe. But maybe you guys can do. Maybe somebody's got some suggestions. How many Ertl Authentics do you have? I have all of them. I have one of each anyway. And then I have a couple chasers. I have a quad track chaser. I can't think of the other chaser I have right now. Sorry. And then, some of them I have multiple models of because I've used to customize. I have a box sitting over here of junk 4450 John Deeres that I stripped off for parts. So... yeah, I have a 4450. I have multiple 4450s. This is one of my favorite tractors. I think the 4450s look really cool. Okay, so that's gonna go on the back side then. So that means that goes that way. So that means this has got to go on this side. Okay. The good news is, as you put these together, your choices get a little smaller. So you get a better chance of getting it right. Let's see, just get that there. Oh, I didn't quite stick. That's warped a little. That's one thing that's bad about 3D printing is sometimes you'll get just a little bit of a bow. That one's actually pretty solid, but and then it kind of can screw up your assembly a little bit. Oh, it's on its way already. Dave, that, I don't know when that would have went out. Maybe Thursday. Not 100% sure. But yep, that's sent. The only thing I have left to send that I haven't sent is I got something from my buddy Jamie. And because I'm adding something in that he doesn't know about just yet into the box. So... and then I've got one more fertilizer truck to send, and it's the same situation. I'm adding something in for somebody, so other than that, I'm caught up shipping. I think. I hope. Our post office is terribly slow though, and I think the rough weather has not helped. We had a few days this week and last week, actually the last 2 weeks, where they weren't even running because the weather stunk. We had a lot of ice, then we had some snow on top of it, and blah blah blah. But yeah, get that put together. The green semi. That's not green. Green. It's gray. I don't know if that's the one you're talking about. That's an international, right? Yeah, that's an international. That is from Top Shelf, and I have no idea why it's gray. I bought those off of Matt Cassidy a while back. Great question. I kind of don't. I get overwhelmed for sure, but it's weird. It almost has to work this way. Like it sounds silly because my workbench is a mess, but like for example, so I'm putting these together. I've got parts for this that are painted and drying right now. Same thing with this. I've got wheels for this. Same thing for this John Deere actually. So. Yeah, I don't know. Now this thing, I just got frustrated with it and had to put it aside for a minute. So I might get some work done on it today. But it's definitely easy to get overwhelmed. But you just kind of gotta go through and plow through. It's hard to when you're building. When you're building for a show, you kind of have to juggle. A lot of projects, so you have to have quite a few going because, like for example, if I was just working on this. And I'm to this point and I'm waiting for some paint to dry, well then I have nothing to do. So it's kind of why I always have 2 or 3 or 4 or 15 projects going on at the same time. A lot of these projects are waiting for parts, so these versatiles back here are waiting for more cab glass to come, and I've got that ordered, and it's on a slow boat from China apparently. But as soon as it gets here, it will get here, and then those can get put back together. How do you sell used stuff online? eBay is probably a good place to do it. There's quite a few farm toy groups you could sell through those. There's a lot of guys that are looking for used stuff, especially if they're parts tractors and things like that. I'm gonna scroll back through because I know I missed a couple questions. Where do you live? I live in Illinois, the middle of nowhere. And by the way, Dave, thanks for the order on that tractor. I almost didn't sell those. I thought about scrapping them for parts, but then I've got enough on my plate, so I decided not to. So, hey, what's up, Macrillis? I'm sure you're working on something today. I saw I can't remember what you posted either this morning or last night on Instagram, and I was like, holy crap, that looked cool. I'm blanking out on it right now, but I was jealous. Hey, Northern, I'm doing good. I hope you're doing awesome today. All right, I'm catching. Yeah, eBay is a great place for used stuff. It's I get a lot there. Setting up for a show in April. Cool. Where's that show at? I doubt it's anywhere near me, but you never know. Thinking about building a green light Bronco. Ooh, that would be a sweet project. Do you have any semi-truck frames that just have a cab or random parts connected to them? I definitely have somewhere around here. I have a drawer with random semi parts for sure. I definitely have a frame. I mean, I don't know if that's something anybody's interested in, but and then let's see what else I got. I'll get rid of that funnel. I guess that's all I got right here on the workbench. I know I've got it's like some sleepers and maybe some doors and things like that. I don't know. I've definitely scrapped out my share of semis in the past, and I've got them in a drawer somewhere. The parts. I ought to put them up on my website. I made a section for junk parts and like parts, and I haven't put anything on it yet, but I kind of plan on it pretty quick here. Let's see. Authentic $53. That's not bad, actually. I mean, that's about what I've been seeing them go for. I actually just saw one go at an auction for about $65, but I've seen them go for $40. So they're all over the place right now. Um, but honestly, I'd pay $53 for that tractor all day long. One of the best 64 scale tractors ever made, in my opinion. The detail on it is just incredible. So like that. That looks pretty good. All right. Let's try this. Yeah, as far as shipping goes, guys, if you order something for me, I try to get it shipped as soon as possible, but I can't always get into town to the post office. So, um, and then like with the C60 trucks that we did last week, uh, we were having those picked up, and they could only do a certain number at a time, and so we had like 100 of those to ship. So it took like I don't know, almost 6 days to get all of those out the door. Um, so yeah, I mean, keep in mind when you order something from me, I'm a guy. I'm one guy. I'm not like Binkley and Hurst. Although to be fair, they've been slow lately. I've got to order with them right now, and I'm waiting like a good week plus for it, which is fine. I don't care. I think one of the worst things. All right, what happened there? Something's backwards. I think one of the worst things that's kind of happened, and I hate to say it, is Amazon, because everybody thinks they should have stuff in 2 days, and that works if you're Amazon. But if you're a small time guy like me, just busting his butt trying to make a living, it doesn't work so much. And trust me when I say I'm flying solo. My wife actually helps me quite a bit, packaging and stuff like that. She's the best. But like I said, I unfortunately just can't get stuff shipped out every day, especially when I get a huge run like I did on those Chevy trucks. I did not expect in a million years to sell as many of those as I did. I mean, obviously, I ordered a bunch to have on hand, but I ordered. What is going on here? That's not right. Okay, I'm gonna have to do some trimming. Um, so what I did is I ordered a bunch of grain trucks because I knew I would sell those, and then I ordered. I knew that grain trucks would be a big seller. I kind of had an idea of what I could sell as far as those go, or at least a guess, and I guessed pretty good. Um, and then I ordered the fertilizer trucks and the anhydrous trucks, or whatever you want to call them, propane trucks. Um, and I ordered enough of those that I thought I would sell a few, which I did, not many, and then I would customize the rest of them. And that worked out pretty good for the most part, except for I definitely sold some that I definitely thought I was going to be customizing. So, not complaining, trust me. That is not a complaint, but I just wasn't expecting that. But I was very happy and definitely thankful to everybody who uh, bought a truck from me. I don't plan to do a whole lot of wholesaling, or not wholesaling, like retail reselling like that. The trucks were a rare case because I knew I could customize them. And that's typically how if I'm going to buy a case or two of things and have some for resale, well, that's going to fit better. It's not perfect, but it's better. Um, Typically, what I'm doing if I'm buying a case of tractors or trucks in this case is I'm planning to customize and sell more so than resell bone stock new ones. Now, I will say this, and if any of you guys are interested, I have ordered I think two. I'm not sure if there's 6 or if they're 12 in a case. I've ordered 24 of those John Deere RX tractors, so with the tracks on the front and the back, both like the eight RX series, I guess. And I'm not gonna do pre-orders because I don't like having people's money and then not having a product to give them. But if you're interested in those, shoot me an email or a message somewhere, and I'll hold one back for you because I don't know when they're gonna be here for sure. I don't think anybody does just yet. But I've got 24 of those. My goal was obviously I want one for myself, just to keep it in the package. And then I want one to build a kit around. So I want to build detail parts, rails, rear end, hitch, all that good stuff. So that'll be kind of that tractor will probably just get kind of trashed in the process of building that kit. And then I'll put kits on others. And, but I'll have some to sell. So, and like I said, if you guys are interested, let me know. Because I'll be getting some. Or am I getting more trucks in? Yeah, so here's the thing with the Greenlight trucks. We know there's another wave of those coming, and we don't know when yet. So if you're interested in one that I didn't have or that I'm out of stock in, let me know, because I can get it to you when the next wave comes, or I can call up Brian at B&B and see if he would happen to have one, and we can probably have him just drop ship it to you. Marshfield, Wisconsin. Nice. Would you see random frames with random parts? Oh, sorry. I read that one already. Oh, here we go. Trying to see what I missed here. How would you cover a hole in the J&M wagon? I'll just show you. I would use glazing putty, and if that doesn't work, because this is just super easy to do, just smear it in, kind of level it out with your thumb or piece of plastic or whatever. You'll probably have to do both sides, front and back, if that's the case. And then you can sand and paint over that. If that doesn't work, probably JB Weld. Do I have any suggestions on getting subscribers? Just be decent to people. Put yourself out there. Use Instagram, all the other social media, whatever. Yeah, I don't know. It took forever for me to get this many subscribers, so I don't know that there's a magic bullet. It's just you kind of just got to try and do it, and eventually you'll get there. I don't mind getting caught on. Here we go. Is there anyone who can buy like 03, 07 Chevy trucks for sale under $70? I have no idea. I'm just not a pickup truck person, although I've obviously been doing more of them lately because there's just been a demand. A gold authentic will be $150 all freaking day long. Yeah. The website is fortheloveoftractors.com. And I will, I'll try to get some parts up tonight in that junker file. I don't have any up there yet, but if I can remember to take pictures, I'll do that this evening and get those put up. Because I got a few other things I need to get up there. So, hey, what's up, Kurt? How you doing? Do you know yet how much the 8RX is? I do not. We do not have a price on those yet. I don't even know what wholesale cost is going to be on those yet. So, I will probably, I don't know, so the C60 trucks I was able to sell pretty cheap. I didn't, I think I was able to kind of be in line with the big dealers on that, which surprised me. And I mean, one of the big dealers marked his up crazy because, well, that's just who he is. But I was really shocked. I thought maybe Binkley and Hurst and people like that, or Outback Toys, I guess is what they're calling themselves. Does this go over here? This goes over here. I thought they would be $1 or $2 cheaper than the small guys like me, but apparently we all got it for about the same price retail, because basically on stuff like that, in the box stuff, there's almost just a formula you use. you people, if you're going to do PayPal or credit card, so you're going to have a fee to deal with. They're going to take out a percentage. Wholesale cost is whatever wholesale cost is, and you just kind of figure out what you want to try to make on them, and there you go. And like, I'll be honest, when I'm reselling, I'm not trying to make a killing on them. I'm just trying to move them most of the time, and pay for the ones that I plan to keep or whatever. That's kind of farm toys for me, to be honest with you. Just trying to. Ooh, I got one of those disc frames rotated way too far. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get that puppy off either. We'll try it. Okay, let's see if we can get that. Man, I'm shaky today. All right. Got some touch up there on the paint and some there and maybe 2 spots there. But we got to let that paint dry first. So let's do that. I did build some 9000 series deer. One of those is spoken for. And the others, I'll get some pictures of them later. I just kind of did some basic kits stuff to them. I had a couple tire swaps, and they look pretty sweet. They look good. Those tractors, those 9000 series, 9000, 910, 929R kits, or tractors, they don't take much to make them look good. They're a good-looking tractor, I think. Ertl did a pretty good job on those, really. Okay, let's fold this puppy up, see what it looks like. What do you think? It's got to be kind of delicate here. Yeah, I like that a lot. So, got the bogey wheels or gauge wheels, whatever you're going to call those, to go on all of the framework. Here are all of the wheels and tires on those. So, yeah, there's a lot. Oh, no, those are for the field cultivator. I lied. Let's see. Those are for the disc. Right there. So these I had printed overseas, kind of a mistake, because they fused together. So maybe not quite the tolerance that Shapeways has, but that's fixable. It's not a problem. In fact, I'm popping some of those right now. But anyway, that's going to look cool. Obviously, this is too small of a four-wheel drive to pull that big old puppy, but I think it'll look cool on there. Yeah, so I'm not going to get to go to that Wisconsin show. Wisconsin's a bit of a drive for me. Although I got to get up there sometime. I got buddies up there I got to go see, for sure. Did you make weathered pickups? I have made some weathered pickups. I don't have any here yet. I will have a whole bunch of, I hope, older Chevy and Ford pickup trucks soon from Greenlight. And then I will be doing that sort of thing. I can show you all kinds of. Yeah, let me go grab a 9000 series. I'll be right back. Let me get this out of the way because it's just kind of taking up space now. So this one I just kind of kept simple. Flashers. So these have those weird like flashers that kind of stick off the fuel tank there. Rails, weights. Put some nice, I think those are 710s. 750s, sorry. It's a 750 66, 36. And I mean, look at that thing. That's cool as heck. Oh, I forgot to put the wheel weights in there. I mean, that puppy is ready for some serious tillage work, I think. That's a pretty cool tractor. Yeah, I agree. I wish that 9570 wasn't just sold with the semi too. That drives me nuts. That's typical Ertl. Yeah, because I mean, what are you gonna do with that semi? Like you can get one, so you can get the tractor. But then if you want more than one tractor, what are you gonna do with the semi? And there aren't a ton of people that want those semis, if we're honest. not to knock them or anything, but they're just not particularly well detailed, especially when you can go get something from Speccast or whoever. Let's see, this needs to go in the junk, not the junk, but the parts drawer, or the old parts drawer. Where do you get your trucks from? Depends on which trucks. The Greenlight trucks I get from Greenlight. Because I partnered up with somebody. How about that? So that I can be a wholesaler. I don't want to say I'm like the wholesaler because that's not entirely spot on. But I partnered up with somebody, and I don't know, DCP trucks. I just get wherever I can get them. Oh, F100, nice. Where do I get my tractors from? Tractors, I mostly farm toy shows. I have a lot of buddies who are dealers, so I go through them. I've built up over the 20, 30 years I've been doing this. I built up a reputation with some guys, so I kind of can get the hookup sometimes on some parts. I build some of them myself, scratch build. This is, that's what a lot of this is just styrene. We're just going to start putting this puppy together. This is from my buddy Jeff. So yeah, a lot of them you got to make, because Ertl's never going to make a Steiger Tiger Series 3. I mean, they made a Steiger Tiger, and they put the wrong cab on it, and it looks like complete poo, if I'm going to be honest. So, you got to make them yourself a lot of times. And with 3D printing, that's super easy. I mean, like I said, this, I've got a Series 3 Tiger in the works, all 3D printed. Here's some trash cans I bought off of Shapeways. They look pretty good. This is going to go on the display. I don't know, they're kind of, they're different than I thought they were going to look, but, they'll work. Let's set this next to a tractor. That's trash can sized, right? Sure. What the heck? Oh, I've got a drawer here for miscellaneous display parts. There it is. If you want to see what that nightmare of a drawer looks like, there you go. A lot of fuel cans, a lot of I don't know what you want to call it, jugs, things of that nature. Okay. So, step one on this puppy is to figure out which fenders are which, because they are slightly different. There's not a big difference on the Tiger with the fenders. All right. These two are rear. These two are front. So these fronts fit like so. And the tricky part is I still got to drill out for the wheels and tires there. That side looks crisper. Let's do it the opposite way. That'll work. Let's see. I made it. I don't know. I've made it 9000 series for somebody who I'm talking to on Facebook. I don't know if that was a. I don't know the email address on that off the top of my head. But yeah, I did a custom 9000 series this week. Actually, I got most of it done last week, but then I just got so dang busy. I was not able to put the finishing touches on it like I wanted, so I had to do that this week. That's one thing. I'll be 100% honest with everybody. I do not build fast, as you can see, because if you watch my last live video, you're gonna definitely see some of the same things. And I'm just not a quick builder, and I don't find any advantage into being a quick builder. I guess I could make more money, but money is not everything. And I build when I'm building, and when I sell what I build, it is not like I'm trying to make a living off doing this. This is how I fund this hobby. When I sell something, chances are it's because there's something I want to buy with that money. Because I'll be honest, there is no way I could have the amount of money I have in toy tractors if I wasn't funding it with toy tractors. That might sound silly, but I just couldn't justify it. It's just kind of the way it is. So these ladders. So it's kind of odd. So on the Steiger did all sorts of stuff. Some of the ladders went like this. Some of the ladders went like that. I kind of prefer them like this because that's how I've seen most of them. So anyway, I got to pick out a little bit of a, I'm not sure what that is, just a little piece of something that got stuck in there. I've got to get that cleaned out because this tractor is heading to my buddy Jeff in Indiana, and it's got to be right if it's going to be on his collection because he's a good builder. He knows what's good and what's not. It's got to be right if I'm selling it to anybody. But like I said, Jeff will give me a hard time if I got a paint flaw on this tractor. That looks good. That's going to be... These really start to come together when you start getting the green and black together. How do you scratch build things? So step one, find a real one, measure it. So like for example on a tractor like this, measure your hood, measure that part, and then obviously the square part and your grill part. Same thing here. Basically everywhere you've got something making an angle, you want that measurement. And so like here, you would measure here, 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 and here, and then obviously there. You cannot have too many measurements, trust me, because what's going to happen is you're going to get back to your workshop and you're going to wish you had another measurement you didn't take. It's happened to me 100 times. I guarantee it. Well, I give you a quote on something, Silverline Farm Toys. Yeah, if you would, rather than having me email you because I'll forget, because I'll have to go, what I'll have to do is go back through this chat and find that. If you would shoot me an email, fortheloveoftractors@gmail.com, I would really appreciate that. Yeah, I'll give you a quote. Not going to sugarcoat it. I am very busy, so if it's something I'm working on or something I got a kit for that I can put together pretty quick, I can get it to you at a reasonable time. If not, it may take a while. I mean, just being 100% honest with you. So, and then once real farming season gets here in middle of March, late March, I'm done building toys. So I basically don't build from March to Thanksgiving. So, I mean, I might a little bit, but it's pretty rare. Oh, a New Holland hay bind. That would be a sweet scratch build. Do I have any 164 scale cat combine? I do. I have two of those cat combines that Norscott made years ago. The Lexions or whatever. But that's it. I don't have them. They're at my office. I made a video, and it's like my combine cabinet or something like that. You can see both of those Lexions in that video. That looks pretty good right there. I just realized I painted this cab green. That's got to be black. So that's a screw up on my part. Yeah, farming and buying season. You're right, BB. That's basically what it is. Start building up parts and inventory. Got an extra 525 to get a brand changed into a 9190. Yeah, nice. I love changing. I love making Steigers, Case IHs and vice versa. One of my favorite things to do. Where do I get my tools from? Everywhere. Yeah, okay, yeah. Hey, Lazar, yep. That tractor is basically done. I want to give it a once-over. I'll try to get again tonight just to check, make sure my paint's good, make sure there's nothing I'm missing. But yeah, that 9000 series is ready to go. So, sorry. Okay, where do I get my tools from? I don't know. They've kind of accumulated over the years. A lot of these you can find like at Harbor Freight, and I really like the spring-loaded ones. And let me show you why. So let's say I'm working on a really fine detail part. This isn't a great example by any stretch. But okay, like this obviously doesn't go here, but let's say it does. And so you want a real light touch, you got to put it on there. And that was a terrible example. Let's do it like this, sorry. So you set it down here. It's spring loaded. You can kind of be finer with it and place things a little more accurate. So I like those. Now, of course, not all of them are. I mean, I have regular pliers as well. I have regular needle nose pliers as well. Uh, Dremel you can get anywhere: Walmart, Home Depot, Farm Supply, wherever. I mean, and they're all pretty much the same price. Um, so there you go. I guess I had to finish my how do you scratch build things. Measure. So these are pieces of styrene like this, and so you're gonna cut you're gonna draw it out. So let's say, boy, we're just putting on an erratic clinic here today, aren't we? So let's just say I'm gonna pretend this is a fender, like so. Like that. That is the world's worst drawing of a Steiger fender. So then what you're going to do, you're just going to cut that out, and then, go from there. Glue it together. So, start gluing it together and all that. I got to get these decals out of here before they get screwed up. Got a whole bunch of Steiger decals in this week. And these aren't all of them. I literally got, I don't even know how many in this week, but Steiger is going to be the word on the workbench here for the next week or two. And then I'm going to get into versatiles. Hopefully these cab glasses are here. They're supposed to be here around the 4th or 5th of February. So after that, I'm going to get hardcore on those versatiles. I've got someone laying out and designing decals for those for me. So I'm praying that they get here before the end of February. So there you go. Oh, it's 100% a pain to scratch build. Not sometimes, it's like all the time, in my opinion. But it's when you get it done. I mean, let me show you what this is going to look like done. Like so. When it's done, totally worth the pain in the butt, in my opinion. I mean, I'm biased. I built it. I think it's one of the coolest 1/64 scale tractors in existence, to be honest with you. And like I said, I'm biased. I built it. I realize other people can do it better, and I'm not saying I'm the best or anything, but because I'm definitely not. But I think it's super cool. So. Oh, what time is it? I gotta keep my eye on the time here. We're good for a little while, though. Do you make custom scratch builds if someone asks for one? So the answer with that is sometimes. And it depends on what it is. Depends on if I have access to get a hold of one, to take pictures and measure, and a million other things. And it's like I've had people be offended before because I've turned down builds. It's not personal. I swear to God. It's just it's something that if I feel like I can do it justice, I'm happy to build it. If it's something that I don't think I'm going to do it justice, I won't build it. And then a lot of times I'll refer people to someone who I think will do a better job or who has maybe done that build before. So how do you make a display? Check out this channel. Actually, I believe there's an entire playlist on how to build a display, and I think I'm about 4 or 5 videos in on that, still building. So just follow along. What thickness styrene do I use? Great question. Let's see. I think I got rid of the package on that. I'm not sure if I can tell you off the top of my head. I use several different thicknesses. Is really the answer there. Gosh darn, I guess I did get rid of that. Shoot. Because I don't know what that is off the top of my head. So this is the thinnest. And so this I would use not really for fenders and things like that. This is, I don't know. For other weird small details is the best way to put that. I like a little bit thicker than this for my fenders. I mean, here, let's compare. So you can see how thick that is versus that. And my micrometer is upstairs right now because I was doing some 3D drawing, or I would just measure that out for you. So I apologize for that. That's just me being ill prepared. Do you know who? Well, so the thing I would tell you if you're looking for a scratch builder is to get on the Facebook groups. Indiana Scale Model Farming, I think, is the name of that group. There's like Tennessee Model Farm Toys. There's the 164 Scale Operations group. That's kind of where all the scratch builders are. Let's I don't know how do I want to put that, congregating now, and so that's where I would go. I mean, that's where I've gone. I've got a couple pieces I'm actually looking for, and anyway, so I've been trying to find a builder for a couple items myself. All right, I got to figure out. That looks good. All right, is that all right? Let's look over there. Nope. Goes like that. All right. Let's get this fender put on. Whoops. Well, shoot. This is a two-hand operation, and I need to get some accelerant on that. There we go. Well, that turned out good. I'm living dangerously because I have not drilled out these holes yet before I get the fenders put on there. But there's a reason for that, because the tires I want to use are a little bigger than normal. Kind of looking to see what I missed. How much is that international truck? I don't know. That one's not for sale. For sure. I don't have any more. Yeah, I do. I've got another international somewhere. Don't I? There's a bunch of Fords. Shoot, I might be out of internationals at this point. I don't know. This one I'm not willing to let that one go just yet. And I don't really have a good reason for why, but something tells me to hang on to it for some reason. I think it's because it's unique. I've never seen one in primer gray with white wheels before, and so I'm not sure what the deal is with that, to be honest with you. Like I said, my buddy Matt sent that to me in a package with a bunch of others I ordered from him, but all the others were painted and had painted wheels, and that's the only one that's primer gray with white wheels. So, and it might be nothing. But I want to look. I don't know. I want to hang on to it. A Ford disc, nice. Yeah, I did see that new green light series. That's gonna be nice. I'm excited about that. You have a Steiger, but it has four wheels. You don't really know what it's called. Okay, well, the thing with Steiger is they called them a million different things. And sometimes even by just looking at them, if you can't see the name on them, you can't tell, because some of them were all different. I mean, like they would call them something different, but okay, that goes in there. But I need to mount it first because I made this a certain way, and I don't remember exactly which way I made it. Like that. Or was it like that? How about I look at the one that's finished? That'd be smart, wouldn't it? Under. Okay, I'm back. This is the one. This is the one I want, not that one. Yeah, that's way better. But I got to cut on it some. Not some, a lot. Okay. Jeweler saw time. So this is a jeweler's saw. This is super handy for cutting die cast and things like that. It cuts fast, because obviously it's made to cut jewelry. Cuts very fast, and you can be really precise with it, and it takes a small bite, so you're not cutting a big chunk out. Like I could cut this way quicker with my Dremel and cutoff disc, but this will take a much smaller bite out of it. And kind of precision's the key here on those 1/64 scale customs. So. What scale is that John Deere? 1/64 scale if it's on my workbench. What do you use for John Deere paint? I'm making a batwing mower and I have it all apart, and I'm going to put it behind a 72. Oh, cool. So that'll be awesome on that international. That'll look sweet. I don't know if you have like a farm store near you, like Farm Supply, Tractor Supply, so on and so forth. They have, they call it like safety green or ag green now, because John Deere, I don't think, will let them use John Deere green. So they have like Van Sickle brand paint, or what's the other one called? Shoot, let me go grab a can. Aha. Town and Country paint is what Farm Supply has it. And like I said, Tractor Supply and other places have Van Sickle brand. It's basically the same thing. And then, so my local Ace Hardware started carrying this, and this is actually John Deere gloss green, but I'll be honest, I haven't sprayed this yet, so I don't know how well it matches, although I suspect it's close enough that, especially if you're going to put it behind a red tractor, I suspect it's close enough that it works well. And so if the color matches, I really prefer this paint over like the Van Sickle and Town and Country brand. This paint seems thinner to me. It sprays better to me. It dries better to me. It dries quicker, it seems like. And I really like it. Unfortunately, they don't have it in all the colors I use, which kind of stinks. They had two versions of Ford Blue, and unfortunately, neither match the color I want Ford Blue to be. Actually, here, let me show you those colors. So this was their dark Ford Blue, which is obviously, that's way too dark for Ford Blue. And then this was their light Ford Blue. Now, this would be good. This is like car Ford Blue, pretty much dead on. But tractor Ford Blue, it's just a little bit light. So somewhere in between there is the correct shade. So that's why I bought the Town and Country paint again, because I know it matches what I want. So that's the way it goes sometimes. All right, let's get back to sawing this puppy. Let's see if I can't get this put on. I'd like to get this tractor on its way to Indiana this week if I can. No guarantees, though. I'm thinking my paint is probably ready for another coat over there. So I may have to take a break and go do that reasonably quick. Because like I said, I've got a limited number of build days left here. Gosh darn it, can't get that to turn like I normally do to cut that U out. I'll get it. Not always thought I should have. There we go. Like, this is probably not the correct way to use a jeweler's saw, but it works great. Look how quick. I mean, this is a resin part. But look how quick. Oh, gosh darn it. I cut not straight. Well, that stinks. But look how quick a work that makes. I'm going to have to do some reinforcement there, because I took out a little too much material. Okay. Ta-da! Anyway, this is the articulating joint, which goes like so in there. But like I said, I've got to beef this top part up. I'm not comfortable with that. I don't know, maybe it's okay. I don't know. I think I'm going to beef it up, though. Would rather overbuild than underbuild. I am super excited about the St. Louis show. It's a weird thing to me because it's exciting because obviously you have all the new stuff to see that I haven't got to see yet. Customs and displays and all that really cool stuff. I get to see all my old friends, but it's a little stressful too because there's so much to take in a short period of time. And I'm going Friday, but my Friday's shot because I'm doing the roundtable thing, and then Saturday, I'll be there probably all day. I'll try to hit up some rooms, at least some of my buddies, and then I imagine I'll hang out in the display area most of the time. I don't know, like I kind of like part of me wants to do videos of the displays down there, but I'll be honest, I know Toy Tractor Times does that, and so it's kind of a situation where like we both don't need to do that, and he does a pretty thorough job. But I don't know if any are any of you guys taking a display down to St. Louis? Because I'd love to kind of look at it and go over it with you if you are. But I don't know if any of you guys are or not. Or am I going to the National Farm Machinery Show? No, I wish. It just never works out for me to get to go to the National Farm Machinery Show. But man, I want to go down there so bad. That'd be so dang cool. I want to do more real tractor stuff on this channel because it goes hand in hand with toys, I think, and I think it would be cool to do that, but I just don't have the time necessarily, and I don't really have any connections with any of the manufacturers or any dealers necessarily, because our local dealers here, don't get me wrong, like they treat us okay on the farm, but they're kind of like fuddy-duddies. They don't really I don't know. I don't want to get into it, I guess, but yeah. There is one dealer though that like basically they'll let me go on their lot and do videos anytime I want because they're super cool. But that's about it though. Oh, I got to do a little trimming up on this thing. I built that piece too big. Ooh, this was not a good day for me. This is the console. That's gonna look good on that interior. Got the fan here. Motor, engine, whatever you want to call it. The international trucks, yeah, they're kind of getting pricey because they don't make them anymore, and they're just not a lot of them. Because the first batch of those trucks I bought for $18 a piece, and now they're easily double that. Oh, cool! Taking your display to showing out. That's awesome. I hope you take pictures and all that. I'd love to see that. That's cool. I debated, but I mean I just don't have time to do it. I debated on making a mini display for the Quincy Mark Twain show, just to kind of have something for people to look at and draw them in. But I'm not gonna have time to do it. So, oh well. Man, the old jeweler saw I was getting a workout today. Good. Oh, gotta repaint that piece. What's up, Northern Farm Supply? The St. Louis show is 2 weeks from now. That's when it is. Oh, I gotta take a little more out. Dang. Yeah, maybe not. Yeah, maybe I do. Just a little bit though. Might actually want to file that out rather than cut. Let's do that. Let's file that so we can get this fitting right. A Ford TW20. Those are cool tractors. I would love to. I'd love to fix up a Ford TW20. I just bought some from. I'm blank right now. I just bought some from somebody. Some old Ertl ones, and they are in rough shape. And I was thinking about doing a real basic custom on it, not anything over the top. Wheels, tires, steerable front end, repaint obviously because they're, like I said, they're rough. Just make them look good, and then try to sell them at the show in a couple weeks maybe, or I guess 3 weeks now. That looks sweet. So that goes there, and that is what the hood rests on, like so. There we go. Something like that. Right. Okay. I really gotta get that cab repainted. Kind of disappointed I did that wrong. I don't know what I was thinking. Because I'd like to have had this basically put together today. But it's not gonna happen now. And my hobby knife is dull. So I gotta go find something to cut with real quick. I got more blades somewhere. Oh, nice. You need a lot of Fort Well, huh? What am I building right now? This is a Steiger Tiger. The big one. Ah, there we go. Alright. Gotta change my blade. See if I can do this without cutting myself. Okay, let's see if we can get the old blade out of there. This blade has been in here forever. And it may be glued in there at this point. Yep. That's gonna take it's gonna take a little more effort than I think I'm willing to give out right this second. Dang. She's stuck. She's really stuck. Let's try this. Sometimes. Nope. Shoot. Okay, guess we're going to use this blade a little while longer. Catch you later, BB. Have a good one. Look forward to your next video. Everybody go check out his... Yeah, wait and see if I end up in the ER. No kidding. Everybody go check out BB's channel. It's good. He does some really cool videos on stuff, so I enjoy watching him. You know what? I got a solution to this problem. Why don't we just cut the outside of these away from... There we go. Why didn't I think of that 10 minutes ago? Dummy. Well, that's not going to work for the windows, is it? There we go. Alright, there's what the side of one of these should look like. I was just walking by. So this is a Series 3 Steiger Tiger. And you can tell it's a Series 3 a couple ways. But the main way, I don't know if you'll be able to see it too well on video here, is this hood has just this slight slope to it as it gets to the front towards the grill, and then also the grill is a perfect rectangle. Now let me show you what a Series 4 would look like. I've not turned it into a Steiger yet, but I'm going to. And I'll be 100% honest. I cannot believe Ertl hasn't done this yet. That is basically what a Series 4 Steiger should look like. Notice the hood's flat, and then check out what the grill is. So it's obviously a Ford FW60, but this is basically what a Series 4 Steiger is going to look like. So anyway, that thing's going to get painted green. Hopefully by the end of the week. We'll see. Hey, what's up, CJ? How are you doing? Oh, thanks, Scott. I really appreciate that. I appreciate you guys watching. Um, I don't know. This is just it's a way for me to relax because life is stressful right now, and so building tractors is just a way to chill out. Like I said, and building tractors got stressful a couple weeks ago when those trucks came out and everybody wanted one. um, like I said, it took me a while to get caught up on shipping. That was stressful because I want to make sure everybody gets what they want from me right away from me, and I try my best. But like I said, we're not Amazon, we're me, and so I try to go as fast as I can when it comes to shipping and everything. But it's tricky. Come on, gotta be careful here. Don't want to screw up. I don't want to have to recut this thing. Perfect. That's beautiful. Okay. Oh, now if I can get these windows punched out of here, but man, they are freaking in there. I did not score those very well. Yeah, that's kind of what I think, Kurt. Like I think I'm just shocked that they haven't repainted this yet and sold it. I'm just shocked that we haven't seen a Steiger of it. And the only thing I can think of is, so I mean, this is obviously a Ford licensed product, and maybe for some reason Case IH doesn't want them to do this. But you know, they did make that Tiger, the Toy Farmer Show Edition or whatever, and it looked okay, but it had the wrong freaking. Actually, it had this cab on it, but it shouldn't have had this cab with the hood it has. So whatever. That's Ertl in a nutshell, though. They will make a tractor 95% perfect and awesome, and then every time they'll do that last 5%, they'll just, whatever. Yeah, I think so too. I just don't see why they haven't done it. Nice, yeah. If I can motivate somebody to get back to building, that's great. I was not motivated this morning. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm gonna show you guys how big of a nerd I am. So we were eating lunch and Star Wars was on, and there was definitely a I could just sit here and watch Star Wars all day moment, but I knew that was gonna happen. Poop. So I broke my window. Well, crap. It's not like that's not fixable, but I might just redo it. I might just restart from scratch on that. Gosh darn it. Just a little extra. Oh, cool. We're just going to break the whole thing now. Oh, I should. Yeah, now I remember why I didn't cut these away first. Oh, well, you live and you learn. Not a big deal. Built it once, we can build it again. Oh, boy. That whole thing's going to fall apart on me now. Shoot. Hey, I got one of them out. What's up, Campbell Farms? How are you doing? What's the difference between a Panther Auto TA and a Panther KM? Oh, the PTA versus the KM. It's a different engine. So some of those were Cummins powered, and some of those were Cat powered. Let me think about that for a second. I think KMs were Cummins and the PTAs were Cat. I think. Don't quote me on that though. But yeah, that's basically the difference. Steiger got their motors from wherever they could get them. And so that meant sometimes you got a Cummins, sometimes you got a Cat. All right, let's do this and not break this one. What do you say? That'd be sweet. Nope, broke it. Oh boy. I'm just gonna have to rebuild those. That's just all there's to. Okay, I'm actually just gonna set that to the side then, because that's just a rebuild. It won't take long, but it's not gonna get done right this second. All right, let's see what else we can put together on this puppy though while we're here. All right, do I have any more of these know if I'm going to have to print some more of these or if I've got enough of these. I'm just going to do some looking here real quick, guys, so bear with me. Probably. There they are. Oh, yeah, we got a few more of those. Cool. Because this one's technically going on that repowered 8850 that I'm working on, that I'm kind of at a standstill on for a little bit. Just need to get it off to the side for now. All right, so how's this gonna look? That's good. We have to come up with a transmission though, and then this thing, of course, goes up in here like so. Then this hood will tilt forward and show all of our detail. I'll have to make a fan for that. I usually do. I don't have one right now. Yeah, definitely a good thing to get it from Ford. Keep losing the axles on my I've done that before, many times. They're under your workbench. They're right beside your 10mm socket. Oh, I better cap this super glue because I don't think we're super gluing anymore for a minute here, or 2 or 10. I gotta get rid of this. I gotta clean up like this rubble back here at some point today. You know what would help? No, yeah. Let's see. Is that where those go? Nope. I have a label maker, and I started labeling things, and it seemed like my workbench was going to get cleaned up, and then it ran out of workbench stuff, tape or label tape. So, well, I don't want to goes in with the 9000 series stuff. So maybe they will just stay out here for a minute or two. I can probably get them. I can probably get you just some axles. I'm sure I can. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I'll just get some axles. I'll just have to print those up separately. But if you can give me a day or two, I can have them for you. No big deal. Thanks, Campbell. I appreciate it. Hey, what's up, Sambo? How you doing today? All right, Kurt. Yeah, have fun with the workbench. Hope you make something cool today. Let's see. Just do this. Get this grilled good and black here. There we go. And then I guess that's going to be it on this Steiger for today until I get that cab built. I don't want to get too much farther along just yet. Because a lot of the accessories on that Steiger fit really tight. And so if the cab's off, 1/16 or whatever, the accessories may not fit perfect. So I want to get that cab put on before I get anything else done on that tractor. All right, here we go. Hey, I'm gonna get my glasses on for this. Look at that, I can actually see. So fortunately, I just have to have reading glasses right now because I'm not ready for full-time glasses. But I bet the way things are deteriorating, I probably will soon. Oh, I meant to get some more of this paint. Dang it. I meant to get some more black paint this weekend. And I did not. Shoot. I just have to do that. That's what, of course, a lot of you guys know. That's what stinks about living in rural America is your paint supplies, like your hobby paint stuff. It's not exactly right around the corner. It's a 45-mile drive for me. So, it's got to plan ahead for that. Luckily, I've got to go to that town anyway this week, so. All right, there we go. Hood's painted. Well, let's see if anything needs touched up. Well, we got the black out. That looks good. That's nothing there, that's for sure. Maybe here, though. Paint didn't get in there very good. But that's tight quarters for sure. So I can see why. I want to do one of these up and weather it. Make it look like it's been on the farm for about 30 years. But that's going to be down the road a little bit. Because right now, personal projects are kind of on hold. Till after the toy show. Alright. That looks pretty good. Looks pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. Alright, get those glasses off, because if I'm not looking at something up close with those glasses on, I get that feeling really nauseous for some reason. Oh, thanks, guys. Where do I get my sheds at? I get all my sheds from Nate at Nate's Farm Toys. Super nice guy. He is not doing custom orders anymore because he's so busy. But he's doing kits, and I think he will finish out sheds still for you. But like I said, I know he's making kits and stuff. Now, if you want to finish your own out, save yourself a little money too. But Nate's awesome. He's reasonably priced, and he's a good guy. So, highly recommend that. And if you do, tell him I sent you. All right. I guess we need to put this old Steiger aside for a little bit here, huh? Let's kind of rough mock this up though real quick. Let's just see what this puppy gonna look like. That's too far. Oh, that's gonna be beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. Maybe it's time for a little destruction here. What do you think? Been doing construction. Oh, you know what? But I know I just said that, but I want to put this on real quick because that's a little piece easily lost. So let's get that put on this side real quick. It's just a little service ladder here so you can get to your engine. Oh, crap. That's got a little paint tab on it or something. There we go. Perfect. I want that to look like that. Straighten that up before the glue dries. There it is. There we go. So I usually, boy, speech is hard. I usually do those in black, but I thought maybe I'd do this one in lime, Steiger green, just to let it pop a little bit there on the black frame. So, Will Mullis, remember you? I might have to refresh my memory. Sorry. I probably do. So I'd heard a buddy sent me a message right before I went live that Kobe was in a helicopter crash and died, but it wasn't confirmed yet. So is that confirmed then? Or is that still like a social media rumor? Because it sucks. I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure I was a huge Kobe Bryant fan, but he was a heck of a basketball player. And you don't want to see anybody die, to be honest with you. So that sucks. And I know he had millions of fans, and I know he had a family, and I hate that. I hate hearing anybody dying. That just sucks. All right. Well, this screw is being pesky. It's like in there good. I think I got it. Nope. Yeah, oh, okay, yeah, I remember you will. Yeah, I heard kids cut into the toy time big time. So we're shooting for that. We're shooting to start having some little ones this year. So we'll see. That might cut back on toys, but I'll be honest. I'm kind of hoping that this For the Love of Tractors thing and selling toys on my website works out good enough that there's a decent enough income coming in that if I do have kids, maybe I could pay for their college with tractors. That might sound silly, I don't know, but or wherever they want to go. If they want to, I mean, obviously they don't even exist yet, but you know, I obsessively plan about the future. That's just the way I am, and so I'm already thinking like college fund or tech school fund or whatever they want to do. I'd back them for sure. Unless they wanted to go to college and be like, I don't know, some weird major that they're never going to make money. But who knows? Like honestly, 20 years from now, if I have kids, and 20 years from now when they're, boy, that screw is just not good. Who knows what this country will be like, and work conditions will be like, and what'll be profitable and what won't, and who knows, the robots may do everything by then. Oh, I'd love to see your collection sometime, Will. Okay, I wish this was a little bit bigger, because this is just not big enough. See, I just don't have enough spread to pop these darn tires off. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to heat this up and then yank those tires off. And I just do not know why in the heck that hood's not pulling off. Because it should be. That screw is loose. But it is being aggravating. Alright, shoot. Alright, here we go. Let's try the panel pullers. I think these are too big, though. I don't think they're going to work either. Oh, nope. Let's try this way. That might work. Nope. Man. Yep. Gonna have to get this hot. Okay, so that's going down in front of the heater. Get it good and hot, and those tires ought to pull right off. Yeah, those are tough. It's a good thing I always have a Steiger ready to roll on my workbench, though. Hey, you know what? I just realized I'm an idiot. Oh, they called it a Panther, though. They did repaint. They did repaint the Ford. Oh my gosh! I tell you what. Sometimes I think I'm losing my mind. Well, I don't need to repaint that Ford now, do I? Oh. So what Panther is this? This is the KM 325, right? Yeah, that's what that is. I'll be darned. I don't believe that. I knew that. I don't know. I just brain farted it out. Okay. So, what are we going to do to this thing? Let's find the old Steiger drawer here. Which is right here. Let's put a hitch on there. Let's get a ladder on there. I might even do a PTO shaft on there. See if that hitch will mount up in there. That's a little narrower, but I think I can make it work. I know these will work. A PTO shaft will fit right up in there, perfect. A PTO box. So now we need to figure out what tires we want to put on this bad boy. Yeah, I know I did. I just freed up some time by realizing I have no idea what I'm doing sometimes. Let's see here. What tires would look good on this? What do you think, guys? Duals, triples? What do you think? Rice tires? Rice duals? I'll give them the light on here. Yeah, I think you're probably right. Duals. All right, so when you say Chuckies, those guys, what do you think? Those look good on there? Rice and Canes? Or got some road warns. We could road warn and weather that puppy. That might be all the tires I got from Chucky right now on hand. Everything else is from Adam. All right, let's see here. I don't know if I got enough. I may have to make some more rims real quick. Why do I only have 3 of those? That's odd. Alright, let's at least grab enough tires here to get going. There's a left. There's a... No, there's a right. There's a left. There's a right. There's a left. There's a left. There's a right. There's a right. Is that right? That's right. Got 2 there. 2 there, 2 there. We need a left. Right there. Oh, actually, that's... It's the right tire, or it's the right direction, but it's the wrong tire. Yeah, I've probably got too many tires, to be honest with you. I mean, I have 6 drawers like this full, and then I have bags full. So I'm working on a Steiger PTA KM325, or not PTA, I'm sorry, it's just a KM325. We're gonna get some big beefy duals on here, I hope. I may have to, I'm thinking I'm gonna have to make some duals here though. I'm just gonna print them, I'm not gonna make them. I used to make my tires or my rims from scratch. I used to use brass tubing, and woo, that took a while. It's kind of a pain too. So, this is way better. Some stuff I'm still not sold on 3D printing, and some stuff it's the best thing that ever happened. And I believe for rims, 3D printing is the best thing that ever happened for tractor rims. What's my favorite tractor? I think a Steiger Lion, probably. Maybe a Steiger Panther, maybe a KP 1400 or something like that. I don't know. It's definitely a Steiger. If not a Steiger, it's a John Deere 5020, probably. Something like that, anyway. Okay. See if we can get this one out. Dang it, I'm kind of disappointed that I'm one short on those reds, and I must have used it, or it's in a drawer somewhere. I don't know. Or it's sitting here on my table somewhere, which is always possible since it's just rubble here right now. The yellow tricycle tractor in my intro. I don't know. I'll have to go back and watch it. It's a Minneapolis of some sort, I'm sure. On average, how long does it take to complete a project? Oh, something like this, I probably will have a couple hours in by the time it's all said and done. It would be quicker if I would have had these rims off of here and had the correct rims on hand. But you know, this will be a 2-hour project. Nothing, you know, I'm not doing anything crazy here. Tire swap. We're gonna add some rails. Like I said, put that new hitch on back here, PTO box. You know, just kind of keep it simple. But yeah, by the time I do the paint and go through all these tires and get them put on and all that stuff, because I've got to grind on these tires a little bit. I don't know if you can see a parting line on Chucky's tires, and so you got to kind of grind that off before you put them on. I mean, you don't have to, but it definitely will look nicer. All right, let's find us something. Maybe I'll have to build. Maybe I'll have to build here. Let's see if we can't find something to mount those tires on. Well, certainly not in that drawer we aren't. Here we go. Oh, those are way too big. That won't work. Shoot. Well, I'll be darned. I'm gonna have to make some new. Oh, no, I'm not. Yeah, I am. Is that right? These gonna fit? These aren't gonna fit. Nope. Well, fudge. Oh. Here's a CD bottles models. Oh. So here's the problem. I'll go through and I'll find something like that bed, and then I'll go, I need to put that on a truck. And then now all of a sudden I've got another project on my workbench. But it's just the way I am. I'll be darned, guys. Sorry for like the dead air here, but I'm having no luck finding the rims I want to use. Which means I'm out of them. Well, crap. I was really hoping to at least get these tires mounted up today, but that's not gonna happen. Now, is it? So here's some rims that I have on hand. Yeah, I'd fall on the floor. Oh, I was gonna go out to Jeff. Let's see here. There we go. There. Just oh yeah, Minimo M5. Absolutely, that's what that is. Yeah. Oh yeah, my channel's grown a lot. It's been awesome. Oh yeah, I'm still 100% fat guy with no clue productions, by the way. $7720 Titan, those are nice. That forage harvester's awesome too. Huh. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. I guess this is going off to the side till I can reprint some rims. So, let's get that back where it came from. Might as well put these tires back where they came from too, otherwise they're just going to be in the way. Those can go back in the rim drawer. Hang on, what is that? What is that? What is that? What is that? Oh, saved. Found them. Found 3 of them. Let's see if this will fit. Oh, that perfectly Absolutely perfectly describes my luck. I have 3 of those. We've got some others we can use. Different variations on these, I think. I don't know how I missed those the first time I was looking through drawers, but I did. Man, I can't hang on to anything. Here we go. Let's see. Obviously, these will have to be painted. Might do a nice silver on these. There we go. Now we need the tire drawer again. But our project is saved. Woo! Oh boy. How many tractors would I have in all scales? I'm sure it's over 1,000. I hate to say that out loud. That sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? Like, it seems like there's such better ways I could be spending my money. But, you gotta have hobbies. That's all there is to it. Keeps you sane. Especially hobbies like this. Like, this doesn't bother me too much, honestly, spending money on this, because you meet so many great people. So those are the 3D printed rims, but I only have those left. So that won't work just yet, will it? But I'll get those printed. I'm debating. These look good though, don't you think? Those are pretty good. Yeah. So here's what I did to paint. Because it's like 20 degrees outside right now, so you obviously can't go outside and paint. I bought, and I got it online. It's called a spray shelter, and it's made by HomeRite, and it's like this collapsible tent, for the lack of a better word. And you put a furnace filter in the back of it. It's kind of got like straps, and then you put a box fan on the outside of it, on the back of it, and you turn your box fan on high, and then you can spray in the booth, and basically what happens is your fumes collect on that furnace filter. And it has helped significantly keep the fumes down. And so, I don't have any affiliation with that company whatsoever, but I definitely recommend getting a spray shelter if you need to spray inside. Just kind of keeps your paint contained. And, I considered doubling up my furnace filter, though, because every once in a while you can still get a pretty good whiff. So I might try that. Am I going to get those new case spreaders and sprayers? Yeah, because I'm kind of a sucker for those. I mean, there's no other way to put it. Yeah, I'll probably get them. Okay, let's see. I gotta get. There we go. That goes that way. That one goes that way. This one's going that way. So that wheel's wrong. That wheel's wrong. That wheel'll work. Like that. There we go. One more to go. Boy, these are kind of roughish paint, but they'll paint up nice. Nope. There we go. Perfect. In case anybody's wondering, these are 30.532 tires. They're from Chuck. And I just did that backwards. Yeah, should have caught me on that one. Let's try this again. There we go. There we go. Alright, that is what is going on those rims and tires. I'm super happy with the way that's the first test fitting on that part. Oops. I'm super happy with the way that turned out. And then here's the inner part. Nope, that's not the inner part. I lied. Oh, that's the inner part. Oh my gosh, I'm goofy. There we go. Alright, let's see. Which one of these is the... there we go. That'll work. That'll do what I need it to do. Needs a little better cleanup. Anyway, I'm going to use these old, I believe these are resin cast rims, I think. So I'm going to use those. Might as well use them up. I don't know. When did I start? 2 o'clock? Almost 2 hours. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I've been here a while. Okay, cool. Glad you found it, Kurt. Yeah, so I like that thing. Like I said, just get a box fan and some furnace filters, and it does a really nice job. I'm super impressed with it. It's been good. Okay, now where'd the tractor go? There it is. Okay, obviously we're just setting these here. We're not mounting anything just yet, because we've still got some cutting and hacking to do on this tractor. Hey, look at that. That's a beast. Oh my gosh, that looks so cool. That's perfect. Perfect. Do I play Farming Simulator? I don't. I don't have time. I'd love to. That game's fun. I played it one night. I actually live streamed it one night. I don't remember. I downloaded the demo, or it was like free to play or something on Xbox. And so I tried it, and I like it. It's cool. A lot of fun. I can see why people really get into it, because I could really get into it if I had the time, but I just do not have time. I haven't even had my Xbox on for about a month, unfortunately. And even then, it's probably a month before that when the last time I played. I just don't have time. All right. Oh, yeah, rain and high humidity. That'll ruin a paint job all day, too. Tractors. All right. We can do that real quick. I got to go in about 15 minutes, guys, so sorry, but that's life. Let's grab a 9000 series, though, and get to work. What do you think? How about a 9570R? These are super cool. I love these tractors. Got these big, awesome poly tanks back here. I did a steel tank conversion on one of them. Unfortunately, that is impossible to do cheap. So, I should probably drill this rivet out instead of cutting, but I feel like cutting, to be honest with you, just to save some time. I don't know. Let's drill it. What the heck? All right. Safety glasses when you're using the Dremel, fellas. There is no need. Oh, that's going to be tough to do with actual glasses, though. First day working in the shop with real glasses. But seriously, don't risk your vision just to work on farm toys, guys. Take the extra 10 seconds and put some safety glasses on. I promise you it's worth it. You know what? That Dremel does not want to grip that bit whatsoever. And it doesn't have to because it's off. Yes. Oh, I forgot. John Deere gives us spacers I mean, they don't give it to us. It's not like they're, here's some spacers. But I forgot. These tires have spacers on them now. These are great tires, by the way. If you are looking for some tires to customize, what I would do is you can go and take a look at I made a video on masking off tires for painting using Elmer's glue, white glue. And it works pretty darn good if you're careful and take your time. So what I would do if you wanted to reuse these tires, because these are nice skinny tires for triples or for duals on like an 8000 series, or even triples on like an 8000 series rear, mask these off, respray your yellow just to give it a metallic look, so that it doesn't look like plastic. And those are great tires to reuse right there. Before the days of 3D printing, hey Melinda, before the days of 3D printing, these would have been highly sought after. I can guarantee it. There would have been, especially the potato guys and some of the guys up north where they run these kind of super skinnies, if you will. They would have loved these tires back before 3D printing was a thing. So with that in mind, I'm going to save these. I might reuse them. Thanks, Auburn. I really appreciate that. I really do. That means a lot to me. I'm just, I I don't know. I'm just trying to have fun building toys, and the whole idea behind this channel is to help people get into the hobby, to answer their questions and things like that. And so hopefully I'm doing that. And I think some people have noticed, because I've had some, I don't know, people I really respect in the farm toy world talk to me about, you know, the educational thing that we're trying to do here. We're trying to teach people to build custom toys and things like that. So it's a great hobby. You know, if you're a parent, it's an awesome hobby to get your children into, because the people are great, and if you get them spending money on toy tractors, they will never ever be able to afford drugs. So tires and connectors for duals. So actually, I made a video. Just do a search on my channel for wheels and tires. I did a video. Adam Sunken at Mini Toy Truck and Tractor is where I buy most of my tires from. Chucky Stevens, Chucky's Precision Pullers is his website. I get a lot of tires from him. Both of those guys are top-notch guys, great guys. You can't ask for nicer people. So I highly recommend them. Both of them have rims they will sell you. And then so all you're going to need to do is provide the axle, and how you're going to do that, excuse me, is you need brass rod. I use 3/32 brass rod for 99% of my axles. Like, there'll be a rare occasion where I won't. Now, sometimes, so see here, Ertl loves to make a really big axle hole, and that's fine because it's durable. It needs to be a toy. That's why Ertl makes these. They're for the kids to play with, not for us. So sometimes what I'll do, and I'm trying to see if I've got one here handy, is I will make a sleeve out of plastic. This isn't a great example, but oh yeah, it's not a good example at all because it won't fit. And put a sleeve in there so that there's less play in this axle. But I don't always do that. If it looks good, and the wheels aren't hitting the fenders once it's sitting, I generally don't mess with it. I'll leave it. Like I said, so I use 3/32 scale brass rod. You can get this at most hobby stores, sometimes at Hobby Lobby, not always. Certainly online at places like Hobby Link, Tower Hobbies, etc., etc. Nearly killed your phone. Oh, you can get Farming Simulator on your phone? Oh. I shouldn't have known that. I shouldn't have learned that, because that might be an avenue for me to play. Because, you know, there's just a lot of times where you're waiting, and you got your phone for entertainment. So maybe I should play Farming Simulator on my phone. Should I make a 147 187? Yeah, I mean, why not? You know, 187th is HO scale, which I'm sure you know that. And anyway, you can get a ton of accessories and stuff, because the most popular model railroading scale is HO scale. So there's just gobs and gobs of stuff available in HO. So absolutely, if you've already got a Lexion in 87 scale and you want to make an 87 scale display, go for it. No reason not to. That'll be super cool. It'll be kind of unique because a lot of guys don't, actually. There aren't too many. I haven't seen too many HO farm displays. They exist, but they're rare. Yeah, like I said, 187 scale is definitely a train scale, but there's some really great 187 scale farm equipment out there, like really cool stuff. All right, I'm going to drill out this last rivet and get these tires on here. Well, that went fast, and then we shot the spacer off somewhere. I don't know. It's on the floor somewhere. I'll find it. Get these tires off, yank that out. So that's it, guys. That's how you remove wheels and tires from these John Deere. I think almost every John Deere Ertl has made recently is this kind, riveted kind. So you drill out your end and they slide right off. Now some of the big floater tires that they've done, those are still pull type. So that's just an add heat and pull them off situation. Yeah, I just use glazing putty, which you can find at any auto parts store. I think Walmart even has it. Farm Supply, places like that will have it. But yeah, I just use glazing putty to fill in rivet holes. So there we go. These are just way easier to handle if they're on something and they're not rolling around. Get them out of the way this way. All right, let's put these back. I have a drawer down here that I put my old tires in. Okay, what are we gonna do to this puppy, guys? What do you think? I mean, I think we need a new hitch for sure, right? 100%. The hydraulic area on these is pretty decent, actually. So, I mean, you could just do a hitch. Let's see if I don't know if I've got something. I mean, I obviously have these that I put on most of my John Deere stuff. But I didn't do, there we go. That had a little support from the printing still on there. It had to bust off. I didn't do a PTO box, but I have a separate PTO box printed that will just slide in, sometimes will just slide in there. And that looks cool. So that's an option. So this is, what is this? This is a 570, right? Is that what we said? Yeah, this is a 90. That's a 9570R. So I think we want to do a hitch for sure. I want to drill into these tanks, and I want to put vents for sure. And I just use straight pins for those because they look pretty cool. So it has a little cap on it already, so it looks pretty neat like that. So I want to do that. We definitely want to do some handrails over here, and probably mirrors, and we'll do mirrors with flashers, I think. So yeah, I think that'll dress this up, and of course we'll paint our exhaust and our intake black, just to dress those up. And in fact, I might pull this. You know what? Let's just experiment. Let's do an experiment here. It's been a while since I took one of these completely apart. Let's pull this sucker apart. Let's just see what we're getting into. This is why I only get like one tractor done a day. Because I'm too curious and I like playing around with stuff. Because I want to make one of these, I want to make one of these an industrial tractor one of these days. Hate to say that out loud because somebody else will do it first. Oh, okay, yeah, Auburn, cool. Yeah, so that's what's honestly, that's the hardest part for me, because obviously I'm on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and everybody has different names on there, and so I really struggle to keep everybody straight, and so a lot of times I won't remember somebody, but I've probably talked to you before, and I don't know, it's difficult. So, okay, so this is what these look like, tore apart, if you didn't know, and the reason I really wanted to do this is it just allows a little easier. So here's a filter. I want to paint that, and I think I'm probably going to paint one of these lines black, and then we've got some stuff over here too we want to paint, just to add a little detail to this. It's just the little things like that kind of take these over the top. So anyway, that's my plan with this. I'm gonna have to get cutting, so this is gonna get a little loud here for a second, guys. But we're going to cut this hitch off of here. You know what? Before I do that, I do want to take this intake off. Breather, whatever you want to call it. Because I'm going to just shoot black paint on that, maybe. If I can get that to pop out. Oh, those usually pop out way easier than that. Okay. Okay, maybe not. Keep that screw handy. Anyway, all right, let's cut. So what you want to do, just let the Dremel do the work. You don't have to put pressure. You notice the motor wasn't pulling down at all. You just put pressure. You just a little pressure. Let the Dremel do. Let your tools work for you. That's what you got them for. Okay, we want to pump. We want to pop this puppy off. I'm thinking sprue cutters back here ought to do it. And like I said, a lot of people probably think it's silly cutting these off because these are decent rear ends. You could just repaint these green, this hydraulic stack, and it would look good. I mean, you just paint that and it'll look better. But, by gosh, I didn't clean that very good at all. There we go. That's better. But I think with the realistic hitch, that's way better. So, that's how I roll. Do you have a John Deere 164 scale 9620R? Yeah, I do. Sadly, it's true. Kobe has died. Crap, that stinks, man. Yeah, I hate that. I really hate that. But yeah, I've got some 9620s. Did they make a wheel 9620R? I don't know if they did or not. I think I decaled one, a 9620R, just because I was having fun. So what I want to do here, guys, is now that I've got that off and sort of test fitted, I'm going to spray paint this John Deere green rather than put it on here and paint it green. And the reason being, and you certainly could, you could brush it on, but we're awfully close up here to this fender on these R series tractors, especially the ones with the poly tanks. So I think I'm just going to spray paint this, kind of be done with it. And then while that's happening, I'm going to get some of my glazing putty, and I'm going to fill in this hole where Ertl mounts their hydraulics in there. And so that's kind of, it's just, nobody's ever going to notice, I'll be honest. But it's one of the little things, because if you can see, I don't know if you'll be able to see it on camera or not, guys. There's just, you can see a little bit of black where that hole is in there. And I would just prefer to take that extra time and clean that up, make that look good. So, I'm going to find my glazing putty. I got a new one, but I don't want to open the new one because I know I have... that's one thing. I'm still getting a little bit adjusted to the new place here. And so, I don't know where everything is all the time, unfortunately. But I'll get used to it. Oh, here it is. Found it. I thought maybe I put it over there, but I wasn't sure. Where are these Steigers going? These got to go somewhere out of the way for a minute. Plan is to tear all those apart today for the new hitch that's going on. And I'm probably going to repaint a couple of those just for fun. Do some stuff to them. Alright, now I need something to mix this on, which this would be perfect. So this is a thicker piece of styrene. This is good for frames of tractors. This is good and sturdy. That is way too much glazing putty for what I'm doing. Oops, dropped something. Okay, glazing putty sets up fast, guys. So you want to get this on pretty darn quick. What I'm going to use... I look for like scrap stuff because I don't really want I don't want to dirty up like a piece of styrene or whatever. So this is perfect. This is a lid out of a Tester's paint bottle. It'll work perfect for this. You can use a flat sheet of styrene, works really well for this. Your finger would work well for this, to be honest with you. Yeah, got a little bit more on the planetaries or whatever. I guess they're not planetaries. I got a little bit more on there than I wanted in a spot, but that's okay. We can sand and file it off. All right. So there we go. That is glazed. Now what I'll have to do is I'll take some sandpaper once this is good and set up, and I'll just sand it nice and flat. It's pretty flat the way it is, but I'll make sure it's good and flat, and then I'll file off around these edges where I just got a little extra on there. Now, so not to mess that up, we're going to put that on its hood. And we're going to move our glazing putty out of the way. Somewhere safe. Ta-da! Anyway, so that's that. Let's find some tires for that guy. What do you think, guys? So for those, somewhere. Darn it. There we go. Oh, we're probably going to dual that up, don't you think, guys? Big duals look good on those 9Rs. Here we go. So these are my 3D printed rims that I made specifically for these John Deere tractors. So let's grab, gonna need 8 of those. Yeah, it articulates decent. It's as good as any Ertl tracker. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Okay, those are insides. That's outside. That's outside. Inside. Perfect. All right, that worked out great. Okay. Yeah, let's find something big, but not too big. What about, these are like a 710, no, that's a 700 8538. That almost could be too small. Let's mount them up though. Let's just see real quick. I like these 700 series tires from Mini Toy Truck and Tractor. They're some of my all-time favorites. Oh, hey, thanks. Yeah, I think that Steiger's going to look great with those tires. Oh, all right, guys. I'm going to mount these tires up, and then I got to get going. I got some other stuff I got to get done today. Let's mount these up real quick. Okay. Left front. Yeah. Left front outside. Let's make sure we got right front. There is just a very slight variation in these rims. Here, I'll show you real quick. Inside and outside. And to be 100% honest, nobody's going to know the difference. But it's just a little detail I like to add. Real farm's good. It's cold. I mean, there's not much going on right now. We got snow on the ground. We would like to get some fertilizer on some wheat really soon. So that's probably going to happen once it get another good kind of hard, solid freeze going on here. It's supposed to be like right near freezing all week, up and down. So that's terrible for doing any work in the field. So, but other than that, real farm's doing good. These are going to be sweet. Yeah, man, I'm still bummed about Kobe Bryant. I mean, I don't know why. I didn't even know the guy, but I don't know, it just stinks. I hate seeing people. I realize he had some controversy there at one point, but, there's a lot of people that are fans of his and kids that are fans of his and stuff, and like I said, it just stinks to see anybody die. I hate that. All right. That's getting solid enough. I'm pretty comfortable holding that there. So, like I said, this is what we use. I'm gonna have to drill these out a little bit because they got paint on them. Gonna have to drill those just a hair. Oh, maybe I don't even have to. Maybe I won't even have to fire up the Dremel. Maybe I can just knock that paint out of there and get those mounted up. Nope. I'd like to be able to do just enough to mount these up before I go here. There we go. That's bigger. All right, we're gonna have to Dremel these puppies. Gonna get loud again. If you want to make these articulate more, you can, but this is pretty decent. That's a pretty decent articulation. Really, I'm happy with that range. I wouldn't go in, but you can split this casting, and then what you got to do is you got to go in there and grind off some metal. You can make those articulate better, but like I said, I wouldn't. I think that's perfectly acceptable. All right. Dremel makes short work of that, doesn't it? Of course, these are 3D printed out of resin, so they're not particularly strong. You could hand drill those really easy with like a pin vise, something like that. But if you got a Dremel sitting next to you, you might as well take advantage of it, because it's not necessarily a delicate operation in that case. Okay. Ooh, that was tight. I like it. It's good though. Not a bad thing. And this is just mock-up. We'll have to take this apart. I'll have to take this apart when I start working on other parts of it. So we want this axle. Oh, let's call it. We're just gonna. That's a great thing about some of these tractors like this. You can kind of do close enough. I know, I know somebody just cringed at that right now, but. And we're just. Oh, well, you know what? I screwed that up, didn't I? Because that is. Here I was like, oh, you can get it close enough. I cut that too short. It's all right. That'll work on something. I mean, this is all there is to it. There's a tractor out there somewhere that'll work fine on. So it's not a big deal. It's not like it's a wasted piece. Brass is kind of getting pricey. Yeah, that's the wrong one. And so you don't want to waste too much of it, to be honest with you. Okay. You know what? I don't have enough spacers to use those. So you can get, if you go to the jewelry section of like Hobby Lobby and buy jewelry beads, you can use those as spacers for your tires. And they work out really nice. There we go. And let's cut this extra long, and then we'll trim it back. What happened, I think, was I pulled the rod through on this other side when I was cutting. Where'd that thing go? Right there. And so that messed everything up. Messed up my length. Hey, you know what? Cockshuck 570. That sounds good though. Well, there it is. That is the definitive answer. That is the best Canadian tractor ever made. We have just decided that. Number one. You heard it first here on For the Love of Tractors. That Cockshuck 570 Super, best Canadian tractor ever made. All right, so this does not want to fit over this part where I cut with my sprue cutters. Oh, how old am I? I am 38 and about to be 39. So, I'm getting there. I will be 39 in a month. It's hard to believe. I tell you what, it goes by so fast, guys. It does. If you're young right now, take the time, slow down, and enjoy it, because it goes by so fast. Life is good, don't get me wrong, but it's fast. Oh, I gotcha. 1850 is yeah, you're right. An 1850 is a Cockshuck painted red. Oliver did a lot of that. They worked with Cockshuck a lot, I think, if I'm kind of remembering correctly. There are quite a few of those tractors that are basically the same tractor. And I don't know if there's a Minneapolis or two that's the same way. I'm not 100% sure, but there may be. This guy is an 8430. Isn't it right? Is that 8430? Sorry. It's an 8630. So, I'm not sure these are the wheels that are going to be on there permanently. I mean, I'll have to repaint them if they are. Put the new rear end on there, so detailed hitch, 3 PTO, so on and so forth. I need to add rails and things like that yet, and some lights, just to kind of dress this up and make it look right. Man, one thing I noticed, Ertl really skimped out on the grill up here. Oh well. Anyway, cool tractor. The 30 series tractors are one of my all-time favorites as far as tractors go. I spent an afternoon in an 8430 one time. I was helping an uncle of mine. He needed a little help working ground with a field cultivator. He was planting, and so I was working his field cultivator in front of him. And so I spent the day in his 8430, and didn't have air conditioning. It was roasting hot. I went through like 8 bottles of water that day, and I would do it all again in a heartbeat. It was fun. I don't care. A bad day on the tractor is a pretty good day, isn't it? All right, so that's we gotta trim up this front axle. I went too long on it now. Why are we rolling downhill so much? There we go. And this rear looks good though. So there you go. I think we're just gonna use these 700s on this thing. Those look sweet, don't they? I think they do. Let me see how they look in the picture. I think they look cool. I like them. Let's put the hood back on just for test fit purposes. Just see what that looks like. Yeah, definitely lose track of time when sitting on a tractor. It goes, I don't know, it goes fast. But it's a lot of fun. 30 series are your favorite too. Cool. Oh, 4430 is awesome. Yeah, love me some 4430. Someday I'm going to sit down and I'm going to knock out some projects just for me, and I'm going to do a high detail 4430. Steerable front end, everything. Make it over the top cool, because yeah, that's one of my all-time favorites for sure. Yeah, Chucky's tires would look good. I don't know if the Rice and Canes would look good. They're a little short. But I may test some out just to see. You know, it doesn't hurt to test drive them, right? Test them out. See here, we'll just pull these. See, they're quite a bit shorter, and I think because what are these? These are 30. What are they? Yeah. Dang it! Even with the glasses, I can't read his sidewall. Oh well. It's like a 35, I think. 30 or 30. Yeah, I think it's a 35. Where this is a 38. So usually on these 9000s, they're a bit bigger. Yeah, that's a great thing about toy tractors. They don't use much fuel. I'm gonna build a 16 scale 8640 soon when I get the parts for it. Cool. Yeah, I love I don't know. I just like this stuff. I think it's because I was a kid when these came out, and so you'd see them out in the field and they just look like monsters, and I think that's why. I just think they're so cool. My uncle, the same uncle I was talking about, he plants with a 4430. I think he's got a 6-row planter on there. His is in well used shape, but he kind of I hate to call him a hobby farmer, but he kind of just farms for fun. He's small acreage, and so he uses older equipment, but he has a lot of fun. Do I ever weather my tractors? Absolutely, I do. You can go back and find some videos on those for sure. If you're on Instagram, check it out because I definitely post pictures of those there. I don't weather these too much because I mean the 90, 9570R is still a pretty new tractor. I mean, it might have some dust or whatever on it, but it ought to be in pretty good shape still, I'd think, unless you're just abusing the living daylights out of it. 4240, those are a great tractor too. My friend pulls with one for post ROPS. Cut off. Oh, okay, yeah, gotcha. Yeah, I love. I don't know. I love tractors. That's why I named this tractor. That's why I named this channel that. I just love tractors. I can't help it. It's just the way I am. I love them all. I want one of every one. Haha, like that's gonna happen. Let's see if this is soft enough to peel yet. Oh yeah, it's soft enough. So this was this morning's print. So this is the main frame and hood, and then I had a fail here. That was a cab top, and cab top there is what that was supposed to be. And that major league failed on me, so that goes right in the trash. But from what I can tell, this hood turned out excellent. That it did. That looks great. So that is this hood, but I did just a slight tweaking to it. You probably won't even notice, to be honest with you, but it's just something I wanted to do. I didn't hollow these. Oh boy, these are not soft yet though. That's odd. That's gonna have to go back in the. That's gonna have to go back in the alcohol solution. Shoot, I was really hoping that was gonna be ready to pull off. Oh well. Yeah, super glue is usually enough. If you're really concerned, get a little JB weld, but usually super glue is more than enough. A white 12-row on. Oh wow, cool. I bet that's a sweet little outfit. The 4430 with that white 12-row. That's cool. So those are 3D printed parts, and so that's isopropyl alcohol, and so the supports on them, which you might have saw me peel off on this, if you put them in that for a while, they soften the supports up. I mean, it softens up the plastic too, but it softens the supports up, and you can usually just peel that right off instead of having to cut it off with your sprue cutters or hobby knife. It just makes life easier, and I'm all about easier if I can do it. But that's been in there for 2 hours. I thought it'd be soft. Like, it was kind of weird because that hood was perfectly fine. But whatever. All right, guys. It's 4:30. I'm going to have to get out of here. I got some other stuff I got to do today before it gets too much later. So uh, appreciate you guys hanging out with me. That's a lot of fun. I really enjoyed doing this today. Hope you got to see some stuff you liked taking a look at too. So anyway, I guess I'll get the heck out of here. Thanks for watching. And as always, guys, have a good day and happy tractor hunting.